Introduction. What if you could start feeling wealthy, loved, successful, and excited about your life? Not someday, but right now. The truth is, you absolutely can. You don't need to wait for someone, something, a promotion, or a financial windfall to start feeling rich, successful, and excited about your life. The real secret to creating a life you love and manifesting faster lies in the habits you build. Not just any habits. I'm talking about the habits that unlock your magnetic power to manifest faster. Before creating magnetic habits, I was already familiar with the principles of manifestation. I read books, created vision boards, practiced affirmations, you name it. And while those tools are helpful, I found that they either didn't work or took far too long to show results. What I learned after many failed attempts to manifest with greater speed and consistency is this. The mind and the law of attraction don't respond to what you want once in a while or when you're desperate for change. It responds to who you are and how you feel on a consistent basis. This is called your emotional consistency. For example, if you want money, love, or success, you must feel it as if you're already living that life, not just occasionally, but all the time. Because what you consistently feel becomes real. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how am I supposed to feel abundant when I'm broke, single, stressed, or stuck in survival mode? That's exactly how I felt before creating magnetic habits. I was a victim of the pandemic and had lost everything. I had to close my businesses and was drowning in debt, facing eviction, and trapped in a cycle of fear and anxiety about the future. I was desperate. I visualized, meditated, and repeated affirmations day and night, hoping for a quick breakthrough. But to be honest, most of the days were spent in thoughts of fear and anxiety. At this point in my life, trying to manifest felt like attempting to put out a raging forest fire with a garden hose. Overwhelmed, depressed, and getting nowhere. That's when I thought there's gotta be an easier way. Then one day, a simple conversation changed everything. I was on the phone canceling a subscription to cut expenses, and the customer service rep kindly asked why I was canceling, and I opened up about my struggles. She listened and then mentioned a book she was reading about habits. She mentioned that this book was about breaking old habits and creating new ones. In that moment, it hit me like a lightning bolt. What if I created habits that helped me focus on my blessings instead of my fears? Habits that rewired my thoughts and emotions from lack, stress, and scarcity to joy, gratitude, and abundance. So I started experimenting, practicing what it felt like to be rich and secure, even when my reality and my bank account said otherwise. I started creating simple, feel-good habits rooted in gratitude and backed by science that helped me feel aligned and emotionally consistent even on the hardest days. One of the most powerful habits I developed is what I call microscopic gratitude. This habit was about the daily practice of pausing to notice every tiny blessing, no matter how small they may appear, that I didn't see before or took for granted. I turned it into a game, looking around and counting everything that I either owned or made my life easier. The sheets on my bed, the clothes in my closet, the rug beneath my feet, even the number of socks in my drawer, to the cool air conditioning and the food in my fridge. I noticed and counted everything. What I learned is the more that I focused on abundance that surrounded me in my home and everywhere I went, the more I realized I'm not hoping or waiting for abundance. I'm actually already living in it. That one habit alone shifted my focus from lack to appreciation. And that shifted and elevated my electromagnetic energy and changed everything for me. The habits I developed didn't just calm my anxiety and fear, they transformed my electromagnetic energy and my identity. Because once you incorporate magnetic habits into your daily routine, it becomes automatic. You don't have to force it or fake it. It becomes who you are on a consistent basis. You no longer try to feel abundant, you are abundant. That's when you become magnetic. That's when your outer world begins to shift to match your inner world. Because what you feel consistently becomes real. And yes, science backs this up. According to the HeartMath Institute, your emotions generate a measurable electromagnetic field that broadcasts far beyond your body. When you feel gratitude, joy, and love consistently, you don't just think differently, you vibrate differently. You become a magnet for experiences that match that energy. Let's be honest, we won the ultimate lottery, the chance to experience life. The odds of you being alive right now are 1 in 400 trillion. You didn't just beat those odds to live an ordinary life. You were born to live a life you love, one filled with beautiful moments, limitless abundance, and magnetic power that draws in your deepest desires with greater speed and ease. This is the power of magnetic habits. When you build habits that align with your desires and elevate your emotional energy, you shift from chasing to attracting. You become a super attractor, radiating the vibration of everything you want, and that's when it happens. You stop waiting for a better life, and you start living it. One thought, one feeling, one habit at a time. Now it's your turn. I challenge you to take the 30-day Magnetic Habit Challenge. By sharing this journey with someone you love, a friend, business partner, or anyone who's struggling to attract more money, love, abundance, or success. Together, you'll celebrate your magnetic moments, amplify your electromagnetic energy, attracting and living extraordinary lives. So if you're ready to unleash your magnetic power and create a life you truly love, your journey starts now.